Good evening, everybody. My name is Williams Jima. You can call me Wapmaster. I'm hosting tonight's conference call training, and our guest speakers will be Crown Diamonds, Christian Gingras, and then Tammy Sellers. They have been founding members at Max International. They've been there since the beginning. They have a lot of experience to share with us. And tonight we have so many surprises for you, so many surprises. We are going to have our CEO to tune in, and we're going to make him share his word with us. We're going to get some word of advice from various leaders we have at Max International. This is going to be one of the best calls that you have listened to. If you're on this call, you don't have your team members on the call, kindly share the link or send it to your group that they should join from the free conference call app. The meeting ID is Wapmaster, Wapmaster. Thank you so much. All right, let me find Chris and Tammy. To test the microphone too. Hello, Chris. Hello, Chris and Tammy. Hello. All right, we're checking their audio. Hello, Chris.
Yes, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you loud and clear.
Oh, wonderful. I was hoping that things are going well here. Great. Wonderful.
Yes, yes. Thank you so much for having time for us on this call today. We really appreciate it. And you are someone that I've come to love in this business. You've developed so many leaders at Max International. I see you at least 4 times every year since I joined Max International. You have been one of the leaders who have shown so much dedication, and then you have been able to produce so many diamonds, so many bronze, silvers, golds, platinums, and crown diamonds in our organization in Africa. And I can see that you are so dedicated with Tammy Sellers, and you are taking Max to the world. Today, we are honored to have you on this call to share your experience with us, and then to tell us your journey, how far it has been, and why we need to have laser focus and then stay the course. The topic for this training is stay the course. So Christian Gingras and then Tammy Sellers, we salute you. Is Tammy around so that we can hear her voice too?
Yes.
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yes, Tammy, we can hear you. Thank you for having us on this call.
Oh, you're so welcome.
All right. So we will start with your journey at Max International. Can you tell us a little about this photo? I can see the 2 of you in it, and probably it's in Africa, but I can't recall anyone that is still in our business as we speak. Oh, maybe 1 or 2.
Yeah, that was the beginning.
Yeah, that was the beginning. That was our very, very first visit when we migrated to Ghana, specifically in Ghana, in Accra.
Wow.
And that was the very first meeting we had with a group of leaders, which some of them are here, and that we met for the very first time. It was
mid-December 2014.
It was mid-December, about 2 weeks before Christmas, in 2013.
Wow. Quite interesting. I can see a few faces that I came to meet as Max. Some are still not with us, and some are still in Ghana, but they are not with us, and they are with other companies and all that. Anyway, so I would like to give you the platform to share your experience with us, and then to tell you that we are privileged to have you on this call. Kindly tell us all that we need to hear on this topic at hand, stay the course.
Absolutely, absolutely. It'll be an absolute honor. And first of all, Thank you so much for honoring us with your presence on this call, everyone. To have 1,000 people plus on a conference call like this, it's humbling to say the least. And Tammy and I are so humbled by the growth that has been happening in Ghana, Nigeria, and Côte d'Ivoire and other parts of the world. And that's what we want to talk to you about. And in fact, the format we're going to be using, William, if that's okay with you, is following your guidelines, is you send us a few questions that some of the leadership has posed questions. And as you know, we were preparing for this call, we listened to your questions, and Tammy wrote them down. So the format that we're going to do is she's going to read the question back, or at least the format of the question that was posed, and then I will answer it, and then Tammy will add on to the answer also with her own point of view, and we'll go through all of the questions from top to bottom, and then after that, William, we can turn this over to you and take it to a direction that you feel is most appropriate. Is that okay with you?
Yes, that's totally fine, Chris.
Beautiful, beautiful. Okay, and by the way, folks, if you haven't seen us this year, this is by design. It's all part of the learning curve where at one point you have your children, and then your children become teenagers, and then they become adults. And when they become adults, they need to start discovering themselves and expand their own wings. And if the parents are always there, then the children become enabled by the parents, saying, well, mom and dad will take care of things, so I don't have to do anything. So long story short, is the reason why this year we decided to take a little bit of a break on the first part of the year and see how you guys are evolving. And, man, we are very impressed. And we want to add to what it is you already know to help you build your business, because at the end of the day, we know that many of you are brand new, and maybe some of you are struggling, and you're trying to get out of that struggle. And I'm not saying that it's easy, but I'm saying that you can succeed. And there's a protocol to follow. So we're going to start with the first question, and Tammy's going to go ahead and read it, and I will start answering it. Go ahead, Tammy.
So one of the questions from one of the leaders is, why are we in Max?
So why we are in Max? Well, like most of you, we saw an opportunity. And at the end of the day, Tammy and I have been doing network marketing probably about 7 years full-time before we started with Max with another company. And we were aware of the potential of this business. And when we started, I'll never forget, we had a big team, but only 10 people followed us at the beginning. And from these 10 people, they started recruiting their own people, and eventually we grew an organization. Now, why did we choose Max? Well, it's, for our point of view, it's very simple. But for those of you that are new on, are dealing with a very, very serious environment today when it comes to our health and when it comes to our wealth. It's a really serious issue, and it's all over the world. And we realized that if we deal with a company, and I'll never forget that. I remember this, and I said that 12, 13 years ago when we first started with Max, we realized that people will continue using the product long after the excitement of the opportunity. What does that mean? That means the residual will be maintained. On the same point, the opportunity is very attractive because there's a binary component and there's a matching check bonus component, which if you do the right steps, which we'll cover in this call as we go forward, the income potential is unlimited. Full service to product that people absolutely need, and Max International.
So we were looking for an opportunity. We were looking new that would make an impact in our social environment. We've had experience in building international markets, so we knew that we were able to go into other markets as well as time grew in the company. And, we've learned many years ago, right from the beginning, to stick it out, to stay the course, never quit. And that was drilled into our DNA. So, loyalty was extremely important to us in building this business model. And anyways, coming into Max, we were excited about the product. One product focus at the time. We were excited to hit the timing of the company. And as you know, the timing, I say we're still on the ground floor because the world is big and there's so much opportunity.
Hello? All right. I think we lost the sound. So I'll play some few questions. And then when we get their sound back, they will continue with the answers and then wrap it up. We have a question from Bernard Franklin.
As regards my question for Chris and Tammy, and Chris and Jengas, I want to know exactly why did they choose to stay with Max? Despite everything, why didn't they go to another opportunity, another network marketing company? Why are they here? And they've been here for a long time. Like, what are their experiences? Like, how were they able to handle the hurdles that came, or that comes with this opportunity? Why are they still here? What exactly are they seeing that gets them so excited? That even now they've been able to write a book. What exactly is that thing that they are seeing that maybe because they are up there, you see? So maybe there are things that they are seeing that we are not seeing. They are still making them excited, like we just joined yesterday. What exactly is that thing, and how can we keep that thing constantly in our hearts and our minds to keep grinding? Okay, what's the future like?
All right, so that was the first question from Bernard Franklin, bronze loading. We have another question from Dr. Abbas, Gold Associate Dr. Abbas in Accra.
Okay, so one major challenge we've had over the past few years is that for us as leaders, it's become very difficult increasing retention rates. The rate of attrition has been very high. So we'd like to know from Chris, what are some of the things he has done over the past few years to increase retention rate and also effectively ensure duplication within his business? Thank you very much.
Awesome. So we have another question from Mr. Cranton Samuel, Nana Autoship.
Hello, Wapmaster. Thank you very much for this opportunity. I would like to ask a little question of the Crown Diamonds. Any advice you have on how to retail products and how it helps to sustain business? Thank you very much.
Okay, awesome. So Samuel Cranton, also known as Nana Autoship, is someone who has been propagating the fact that people have to auto-ship early and people have to retail the product. So I'm not surprised at this question. Now we have Mr. Boas in Tema.
So my question to Chris and Tammy will be, loading your pin rank the next month. How do you do that? Let's say I want to be bronze this month, or I get to be bronze this month, and the next month I want to load the same bronze volume or even go higher. I've spoken to a few of the leaders and most of them say it's difficult, yet I know it's possible because I know people have done it. And Chris and Tammy being in this business for a long time, I'd like to know their thoughts on that. That is, becoming bronze this month, becoming bronze and even go higher the next month, and pitch yourself better for silver and above. Thank you.
Awesome. So we have the next question from Miss Vera Afi in Accra.
Hi, Chris and Tammy. My name is Verafi, and my question is I want to know how to relate with team members who have been pushed to other MLM companies. You know, sometimes you are so cordial with them, you are best of friends when they are in max with you, and unfortunately, they fall victim of this numerous lies about other companies ongoing. So they go, right? I find it quite confusing how to relate with them afterwards, because sometimes we are all so much aware that they are being deceived and they're not going to end anywhere. They are probably going to come back to max one day, who knows. But then as they are gone, whilst they are with the other company, how do we relate with them? Because sometimes I don't know how to act now. I don't know whether they're supposed to still be my friends. I'm still supposed to talk to them, be nice to them, or I'm supposed to give them some distance, not reply their messages, not pick their calls as often as I used to. I just don't know how to go about that. So I would really be appreciative if you can touch on this topic for me. Thank you. Love you. Mwah.
All right, so we have these 5 questions from Mass International Associates to Christian Gingras and Tammy Sellers. Chris,
Okay, so
are you back?
Can you hear me? Yes, I am. And where did you lose
Yes,
me?
we can hear you.
Can you give me a sense of where did you lose me?
The first question.
Okay, so let me answer this quickly for everybody here. Why are we in Max? Folks, at the end of the day, we are in Max because we are providing a service to our society that needs our service. And we get paid for it, and get paid very well. There are thousands of network marketing companies out there, and everybody claims that they have the holy grail of a product. We, Max International, have facts. But not only we have facts, we also have testimonials for almost 12 years all over the world, cross-referencing what someone in Australia, in Canada, in Ghana, in Nigeria, all over the world are cross-referencing and coming to the same conclusion. This is what you have today now. On top of that, we get paid extremely well for providing a tangible service to our society. Every night when Tammy and I go to bed, we are extremely proud of the day we had with Max International, knowing that we made a difference with one more person. So why are we still in Max despite all the challenges that we had over the years? Well, here's the thing, and I'm just going to pause for a second, William. Can you still hear me?
Yes, we can hear you, Chris.
Beautiful. Okay, folks, challenges are here to stay. That's facts. In business, in our environment today, challenges are part of the business. And what happens often is a lot of people do not have experience in business. And when you come across the challenge, they think it's the end of the world. And it is not. It is an opportunity to get better. This is how I see a challenge. And Tammy and I got better over the years. Every time we came across challenges, and trust me, everything any one of you have gone through, we've gone through it probably 10 times. And we got better at it, and better at it, and better at it. And this is how we ended up becoming Crown Diamonds, because we're able to find a system that finally worked, and we'll come back to that in a minute, to help people make money, not just us make money. So why are we still in Max? Because we believe in the company. We believe in the executive team. We believe in the products. And we believe in a network marketing business model.
Absolutely. And the key is, you know, when you have challenges, because we get challenges every day. I think the higher you go, you get the bigger challenges. And the key is not to react, but just to sit back and reflect on what's going on and how you can better the situations that are going on. And mentor with your leaders. Mentor with Joe and ask him how you handle situations and not try and do it on your own. And that's helped us tremendously over the years in dealing with any challenges that might arise And feel free to reach out because, I mean, we're here to support.
Absolutely, absolutely. And you know, folks, Tammy and I are more excited than ever for Max International. And it's not because our income is super high. It's because we're watching your income getting super high. And I know that some of you on the call may not be there yet, folks, but you need to understand that you need to go through the test of time. Because you started today and you want to be a diamond, it may not happen because you want to be a diamond. It's going to happen over time as you go through the test of time and you are able to deal with the challenges, which often present as an opportunity for you to learn, to increase your skills, to get better, to be able to reach certain level you need to reach for you to get to that income level. It doesn't come there just because someone tells you you're going to get there. You need to develop your own personal skills. So that's why we're so excited about the opportunity, because we're seeing what is going on, what is happening. How do you increase retention rate? That's another question that was asked. How do you increase retention? Folks, there will always be people that will leave you. Yeah. It doesn't matter, again, if you have the Holy Grail in your hands. Someone else will always have a different point of view because that's it. You know, there's a really great mentor I used to follow, and I still do. He passed on. His name is Jim Roll. Many of you may know him. And he says, you know, there's some situation in life that are just the way it is. For example, he talks about, you know, the sun raises from the east or the west, right? And then goes on the other side, right? And someone says, well, I don't like it. I want to change that. And he starts sitting back and says, well, once you make your own planet, you can make your own rules. In other words, there are some rules, folks, that you need to follow, and there's some things that are constants, and you can't change what is. Some of the things that if you apply, you will get results. If you don't apply, you will not get the results that you're looking for. So how do you increase retention? By maintaining a duplicatable system. We'll talk about that in a minute. By creating relationship with the people that you are associated with in your business. Not just numbers and not just someone that increase your paycheck, but creating a relationship. Let me share something with you quickly. I called my CEO, Joe Vortecki, this morning because I had some questions, personal questions, family related. And here's a busy man. And he took the time to listen to my concerns and almost also expressed to me that this is very important. It has nothing to do with the business of Max. But what this has done, it's another aspect, another layer of trust and relationship I've built with this person, which is our CEO, also one of my mentors. You see, how do you increase retention? How do you get people to stay with you? Focus on them. Focus on their needs. Listen to what they want and not just what you want them to hear. And that's how you will maintain a lot of people in your business. Because folks, let's face it, we got great products. We got a great comp plan. And when you apply the basic rules of duplication, which we'll get into in a minute, I'm telling you, you will be very wealthy in this business.
And it's really important to empower and inspire your people, because people will do more for you than they'll actually do for themselves. And I've learned that over the years. So when you believe in them and you're not disappointed, when you believe in them, they will do more. And if you're there sticking it with them through the thick and the thin, because there's going to be trialing times. It's called normal. It's called evolving. It's called building a business, going from one rank to the next rank. You're going to go through different challenges. And it's to be able to handle those challenges and to be patient with people, because we are in a people business, and to be actively doing what you need to do. And you will notice that your retention rate will be so much better.
Absolutely. So here's another question, excuse me. How do we continue to create duplication over the years? That is a great question. Now, William, I'm going to pause for a second here. Can you still hear me?
Yeah, Chris, we can hear you.
Beautiful. Okay, looks like it's going well now. Okay, so the question is, how do we continue to create duplication over the years? So the fact here, folks, is, let me give you an example. When I started in Ghana, we went there, and there is a series of training cycles that we started. You know, the very first meeting that William was showing with you earlier? Well, that's where we started the very first training, and the very first training was called Attitude. Because attitude is probably one of the most important training. So people can start the business with the right attitude, because often people will have preconceived conception of what they think they need to do, and sometimes the attitude could also self-destruct what they've built. And so we started with that training. And then we went on to other trainings. And then eventually we went to the opportunity presentation slides. And I remember, and I hope that's okay, Dr. Bright, I'm going to pick on you a little bit. At one point, I know when at the early stage when we were training, and you had the presentation on hand, and I remember that the presentation was, I don't know, 34, 33 slides or something like that. Next thing you know, by the time you were done, you had 74 slides or something like that. And there were so many slides in reference to products and disease and everything else. And I talked to Dr. Bright and explained, Dr. Bright, the reason why I came with this presentation, with the amount of slides that are there, is every slides are designed to deliver a message and to take your prospect to a certain level to eventually make a decision to become an associate or at least a customer by default if you need to try the product. And, you know, we went back and forth for a little bit. And at one point, he decided to say, okay, I'm going to stick with it. And the moment he did, the business exploded. And I know not everybody duplicated the same thing, but over time, and I believe right now that most leaders have maintained the same PowerPoint, you will find that those leaders are the double diamonds, triple diamonds, diamonds, and so forth, and platinums and golds and okay? So how do you maintain and how do you duplicate over the years is by reinforcing the importance of maintaining the tools and making sure that the tools do not change based on the flavor of the month, because someone says, well, we should put this in there, we should put that in there, and next thing you know, you got 10 presentations, and then you have a presentation in Kumasi, and you have a presentation in Ho, and you have different presentation in Accra, and at the end of the day, people are all confused, and nobody wants to present because, one, it's too complicated, two, it's never the same thing. But if you maintain the same presentation over and over and over and over and over, and even it becomes boring to listen to, good, you've done a good job. That means you know your stuff. Now what you do is you add your personality. You create color in your presentation, if you know what I mean, right? You're expressive. You share. You put some jokes into it. You become more of a professional because you know the presentation so well that now your personality is reflecting and you're shining, especially if you're confident presenting it. And that's why maintaining a presentation is so important. The other aspect is the training modules, is to maintain the training modules on a regular basis. It's okay to have some trainings here and there that might be a little bit different to express a certain element that you feel is important to share. But if you want to create success in duplication, you've got to have modules that the person who came in, 105 in your organization, decide that whatever you saw, he sees or she sees. And if this is duplicated, then it becomes easier and easier to do the training, just like I talked about the presentation. And that's how you get into momentum, and that's how you get into duplication. People tend to move with familiarity. When things are not familiar, people need to sit back, they need to process, and a confused mind stands still. But if it's the same story, oh, I heard that in this city, and I heard it again in Accra, and I heard it again, then you will find that the people will maintain a level of growth and a consistent level of growth. Anything you want to add to this, Tammy?
No, you said a lot on that one. Okay, so how to retail products and sustain business. We are in a business of moving products. We're in a business of bringing people in through the network. So you have to be out there connecting with people, building relationships. I always say friends first. People will do business with people they feel that they can trust, And it may take a little bit more time for some than others. Some people are hungry today. They want to look at something today. You're going to meet people that timing's not working for them. Things are going on in their lives. You follow up with them, follow through, invite them on another occasion that's going to work for them. And you got to be doing this every single day. That's what we do for a living. Okay, so you got to be actively out there talking to people. Chris and I do this all the time. Everywhere we go, we have opportunities to meet people. So we talk to people, see where they're at in their lives. Just bring up normal conversations, which will lead into, are they open to looking at a business that can create some residual income for them without it affecting their jobs? And they can make more money than their jobs if they catch the vision, right? So you want to be out there inviting people to come and look at it. You're all really fortunate because you have a lot of incredible leaders there. You've got a lot of meetings going on. You got lots of places where you can bring people out to have a look at stuff. And so leverage that. No excuses. If you want to grow in this business, you've got to get in the field and talk to people. Okay?
So here's a quick message that I posted everybody here. And if you see it, don't post any messages right away just because you want to make sure everybody has a chance to see it. Otherwise, if you type something, it'll go up very quickly. Freedom Formula One is a website that simply points to our book, which you can find on Amazon. I think it's, excuse me for the U.S. dollars, but I think it's $7.90 or something like that to buy the electronic copy. And you can buy that on Amazon. Okay, if you have any problems, let us know. But it has our system in there. Everything we do, everything we've done is on this book. So to continue with the questions, it's and I love this one here, is how do you load your rank? You need to qualify primes with, okay, so yeah, of course. So basically what it is here is that the question is, how do you get to the next pin level? How do you rank advanced?
Or maintain.
You know, and again, and I'm going back to conversation I had with many of my leaders. And I had this conversation with Dr. Bright years ago. And if that's okay for me to pick on him a little bit, because that's the beginning when, you know, everything changed within the Ghana growth that's occurred. And he did the same thing with Bernie in the Philippines. I did the same thing with Gren and Joe. I did the same thing with the Lovitos. Eric Lovitos just hit double diamond in the Philippines. And I had this conversation with many other leaders. I don't have to mention everybody here, and I apologize if I'm not mentioning your name. But the point here is you need to be able to quantify your business. You need to be able to confirm what you have done and what you need to do to get to the next step. So let's say you want to become a bronze. Well, to become a bronze, I believe that every one of you knows that you need to have 2,000 on your left side, and you need 2,000 on your right side. Okay, so everybody knows that, and we're talking in CV, okay? So that is the one currency that every single person around the world will relate. Now, it's the CV, commissionable volume. So 2,000 points on your left team and 2,000 points on the left team. If you divide that by 4, that's 500 points. 500 points just happen to be the points that is generated minimum to qualify for prime level 1. And I think some of you are getting me now. So if you want to become a bronze and you want to maintain your bronze income, you need to make sure that there are 4 people in your team, personal or binary. Personal means that you have personally brought them into the business, and binary means that it's someone that maybe above you has brought someone into the business. But obviously you want to bring your own. But the fact here is if you have 4 people on your left team that are maintaining their prime 1, and 4 people on your right team maintaining their prime 1, you are maintaining your bronze. And if you duplicate that, now we're back to duplication. Okay, at the duplication, we talked about the modules and the presentation. Now we're moving up to the pin rank. Is you want to duplicate your team members and your leadership to understand what is a bronze and what's the volume left and right, and how is it broken down? It's broken down by the primes. So you need 4 primes on your left, 4 primes on your right. You want to become a silver, okay? So that's 5,000 on your left, 5,000 on your right. You need to quantify. So you look how many qualify bronze. I know there's volumes that comes from people who sign up and buy packages. And I'm not talking about that because this is bonus to me. The real volume is the Prime 1 qualified. That's the volume you can count on. You can take it to the bank. And at that point, you quantify how many primes I got qualify every month, and you work towards these people to get to prime. And that's how it works. I had this conversation with your top leadership, and everybody right now that are reaching for crown, and there's a few crowns that are about to pop very soon, right? I just heard recently. That's what they do. They qualify the people in their leadership, and if you have the prime qualified in your business for you to maintain your pin rank. You want to maintain a diamond level? Well, what's the volume to become a diamond? You need 60,000 CV on your left side. You need 60,000 CV on your right side, divided by 500. That will tell you how many Prime 1 you need on your left. Do you need to bring them all? No, it's not designed for you to bring them all. It's designed for you to help your team duplicate. You could bring 3, you can bring 4, 5. Obviously, for diamond, you want to have some 2 that are at least personal to you. Now, I'm not going to get into the details here, but I think you understand the point of this question. I went a little far, but I want to make sure everybody understands it, right? So the next question is?
Yeah, somebody was asking, what are the rules in social media in terms of marketing? You know, you can ask this question to Joe Wojcicki as the CEO of the company, but as field leaders, Chris and I both do social media marketing, and we just build relationships. We become friends with people, build relationships, find out what they're doing for a living, compliment them, look at their portfolios. That's what I like to do. I like to look at what they're up to, compliment them in a way, and see what they're up to and see if they're open. And I'm quite direct when I'm doing this because we don't have a lot of time to waste. And like you don't have a lot of time to waste and to see what they're up to. And, you know, say hi once in a while. And that's what we do. And we've built good businesses internationally with social media.
And one of the questions in there, I remember, is what can you post and not post? At the end of the day, folks, a lot of it is common sense. You don't want to sound like you are the company. You are an independent associate representing the company as an associate. So you don't want to mislead the people thinking that you are the company. You don't want to make medical claims, right? You don't want to say things like this will cure that, okay? This is not good for you because it misleads. At the end of the day, what do? We reduce inflammation in the body. That you can say because it's documented. Why? Because of the production of this molecule called glutathione. I'm not going to get too scientific here. The point here is you need to stay to the facts, right? Don't make claims. You don't have to. People are going to discover the wonderful thing that happens in their bodies when the inflammation reduces. So you want to be careful what you post. Okay, sometimes you'll have some people that are famous, some people that are actors, some people in this and that. I mean, this is all great. But at the end of the day, folks, people want to hear your opinions, and they want to hear how you feel about what it is you are doing, right?
Lifestyle.
Share your lifestyle with a balance of why is your lifestyle so important or doing so well, because of these products that are doing a great service to our society. So now let's move on to the next question, is what do you do when you bring a brand new person? Now, William, I know that we're taking a little over 30 minutes here. Is this okay?
Hi, Chris. Yes. We are really enjoying it.
Okay, because I'm trying to answer all the questions so we don't leave anybody out here. So
that's awesome. Thank you so much.
Okay, so the question here is, what do you do with a brand new person? What's the plan? How do you get them started? Now, that is the million-dollar question. It goes back to duplication. I call that a new associate orientation. That is critical, absolutely critical, because a new associate orientation is designed to give someone the ABCs on what to do. And I know in Ghana, you have a new associate orientation. If you don't have one, well, here's the thing. If you go to activeteam.com, go to Documents, select Africa, select Ghana for the country, if you happen to be in Ghana or Nigeria, and go to the document section. You'll see it's easy to find, and you'll find a new associate orientation directory. Find this file and open it and start reading the process from top to bottom.
And teach it.
And here's a summary. One, they need to understand why they're doing this business. Number one. Number two, they need to understand the authorship and why they want to be an authorship. Not just to make money and to stay active, but to also be to also benefit from the wonderful products and how important it is to have these products in their bellies today, right? At the beginning of the month, okay? So they need to understand the authorship. Number three, they need to understand, okay, the first thing you need to do now is your primes. You need to go after prime one. Forget about everything else. Focus on prime one. Imagine if, anyone on this call, imagine if 10 people on your team became prime one, how will that affect your business? Think about it. So forget about teaching the, fourth-year university degree stuff. Just right from the beginning, get to prime one. Find 5 people. And this can take them weeks, months, years, whatever. Get to prime one. Once you're prime one, you need to duplicate prime one with the people that got you to prime one. And that's how this works. And in the process, then the binary portion. The people that are in your prime one qualifying process, these are the same people that will end up being on your left team and your right team. Okay? So this is how your binary will grow, and it goes back to what I was explaining, how do you get to your pin ranks and quantify your primes. So this is how you get someone, you don't want to overwhelm them with too much. You don't want them to feel like you have to become a doctor and go through a doctor symposium to learn how to start this business, right? The benefits, the facts, the information, the videos. And here's another thing that's important, is utilizing a third-party credibility. Someone who has experience with this business, someone who had specifically results in this business that can share that with the team, especially if they're brand new, so they can learn and listen. And, in Ghana, you got, is it 8 offices now? I'm sorry, I'm a little bit behind. Things are moving so fast.
We have 6 offices now.
6 offices, that's correct. So
yes,
you're the only country with 6 offices in the world. I mean, that's hot. I mean, seriously. Utilize these offices. Invite people. Your presentations, for the past 4 years, I've been listening to them. Tammy and I sit back. We look at each other with our mouth down like, wow, these guys are better than us. So your presenters are so elegant and they're so clear when they share the business opportunity. Take advantage of that. It's such a great app. And don't worry about the naysayers and the negative people and the people that are always trying to drag you down. This is life. It's society today. You don't want to get distracted by that. Focused on the goal. That's why I ask you, you need to know your why first. Why are you doing this? That will keep you grounded when things are hard and things are difficult. Right?
And when your brand new people get started, you want to get them to start a list of the names of the people that are in their phone directory, people that they know, people they went to school with, go through their social media connections, all that stuff, and start writing a list. But you want to teach them also to be adding to the list. And I think a lot of people fail at this, is they go through their list and then they think they don't know anybody else, and then they feel like it's not working. But if you teach them right from the beginning, every time they're out and about, talk to people. Get really comfortable at talking to people and adding new friends and contacts to their list, and invite. And the key is to follow up. Oh my gosh, so many people will invite people, but they don't follow up, and that's where the money is. So if you're talking to people and you're not getting the results, you have to ask yourself, am I following through? Am I following up with my contacts? And asking them if they're ready to get started. And if they're not ready to get started, ask them why. And find out where they're at and how you could help them. Okay, so it's up to us to be the vision for the people that are evaluating Max. And when I'm talking about us, I'm talking about you guys.
So in closing, folks, here's the thing. You need to take responsibility for your business. Don't be a blamer. Don't blame your upline, the company, and the environment, and the product delayed, or whatever situation that may happen.
People are leaving.
Life happens. Yeah. You know, sometimes you can plan a wonderful picnic with your family, and the weatherman said it would be beautiful and sunny, and suddenly, whoop, it pours and rains. What are you going to do? Just go back and be depressed because there's raining and you couldn't go and do your... No. You find a compromise, and you adjust to the situation. And this is how business people become successful. Because problems, as I stated at the beginning of the call, are here to stay. And in fact, it's part of the learning process. So take responsibility for your business. Don't blame people. Don't blame your upline. This is not going to help you. It's going to keep you where you are to justify why you are where you are. And often when people do that, they stop working because they block themselves with the excuse that justify why it's not working. And often when people leave the company, especially if they've done some things that are not with integrity, the company has a responsibility towards the associates and towards the company itself to protect the golden goose. Sometimes they have to do things to protect the integrity. And some people may not be happy about that. So what they're going to do, they may create some scenarios. They may say things. And the new person who is not informed, does not know what's going on, may be a little bit discouraged, thinking, well, what's that all about? It's how do you overcome that? How do you resolve that? Through team support, conference calls such as this one, events, as you have been putting in Ghana, and just a recent one in Nigeria, which was amazing from what I heard. So this is how you grow an organization and maintain an organization. And folks, I hope that you will take the time to read this book, because it will really, really help you understand that Tammy and I were not born crowned. We struggled and suffered, but we ended up going there. And now many of you have cut the learning curve because of this knowledge. And that's why this book is there, is to give you that information.
And, you know, Chris said the word struggle and suffer. And, you know, the truth is we were learning and growing. And, you know, often when we say negative words, we bring about things that are not going to serve us. And I know you know what I'm saying here. And you've got to learn, if you're telling yourself it's difficult, if you're telling yourself it's hard, guess what you're going to get? You're going to get lots of hard. You're going to get lots of difficulty. If you tell yourself you're broke, you're going to get more broke. You've got to tell yourself that it's easy, even when it's not. You've got to tell yourself that it's worth it, because it is worth it. You've got to tell yourself empowering words and not just expect that empowerment coming from the outside world. You've got to embed it into your DNA. You've got to tell yourself it's worth it. You're making a difference. You've got to be out there. You've got to be out there and make a difference in people's lives. You've got to be serving your people. You've got to train your people to have the right mindset. Because if they have that right mindset every single day, then they won't be struggling. They will be empowered to go out there to talk to more people. So stay empowered. Tell yourself the right words to empower you every single day, and you'll see it's going to change everything for you.
So, folks, listen, that was a real honor to share with you. We have so much more to share, but obviously we don't want to burn your ear off too much, and I know it's getting late, and I'm not sure if there's any other speakers. So, William, I'm going to turn the call over to you, and thank you for giving us the opportunity. And I apologize for the technicality issues here, but thanks for sticking with it. Back to you, my friend.
All right, Chris, thank you so much. Before you go, I want you to tell us about this picture on the screen. Is that you?
Oh, my God. Woo! Oh, my God.
That's a long time ago.
I was 26 years old, I believe. 27, wow. Yeah, 26, 27 years old. I'm a third-degree black belt, and I used to compete internationally. I used to be a fighter.
Third-degree black belt.
Third degree, yeah.
Awesome. Please, can you tell us about some of your achievements? and then some of your cars.
Yeah, I mean, and the thing, William, and I appreciate what you're asking, and Tammy and I are modest people. We sometimes we flash a little bit because I think the associates need to know that we're real. The money's real, and this is real. And in fact, one of the reasons I bought the Tesla, I was encouraged by some of the things that was going on in Africa. It's really interesting because I wanted to show the world that this money is real, because I know there's a lot of talk and there's a lot of people, saying things, but this is the real deal. And, the Tesla, as you know, it's a very, very expensive car, but because of the mass opportunity, we were able to acquire this wonderful vehicle and many other things, the properties we have. But, the best, I'm telling you, my pride and joy, William, is people like you and the leadership that is rising and growing. And I'm so proud of you for hosting this call. Well done.
Thank you so much, Chris. One last question. This is personal. If you can kindly share with us a quick one on some of your dark moments, ones that you want to share.
Oh, okay. I got to summarize. I got to really summarize that. I have many, many, many dark moments. But let me share one with you. Several years ago, probably 3-4 years after I started with the company, 4 years, I think, we hit Diamond. And after we hit Diamond, there has been some associates in my team who have left. I think many of you can relate to that. And they went to other companies. And they tried to take her people. But worst of all, I trusted a lady in my team at the time, won't say her name. She had access to my password. Because years ago when we first started Max and I got her into the business, I gave her my password so she can look at the back. That's before we had even 10 associates. And she remembered the password, and me, I just kept it. Long story short, she went ahead and accessed my genealogy, and next thing you know, my entire genealogy was passed on to her associates with this other network marketing company, and they started calling everybody. But nobody went. Why? Because they followed. But where I was discouraged is my volume went from gold to platinum, down to, from diamond, down to platinum, and a few months we're down to gold, and then back to platinum, gold, platinum for almost a year, and then eventually we're dealing with the challenges and the changes, and exactly, and eventually I hit my diamond again. And I remember from that point on, we hit double diamond, and then triple diamond, and 6 hours later we hit crown. But remember, we had so much volume accumulated when we were building and dealing with the issues when we were gold and platinum and reaching. There was so much volume, we just needed qualifiers, and eventually we hit the crown. But this was probably one of my darkest moments when I hit my diamond. I was so proud, and then we ended up being platinum and gold. And folks, and I know that happens to many of us. And understand that today, when I look back at that, it was a learning curve.
Yeah, because she's struggling.
It was a process.
Person struggling now.
It was a process, and I've learned and learn and grow. And the thing is, stay the course. Don't always look at the facts and make a decision based on the facts, because sometimes it's the facts are deceiving. Because sometimes you're working on your business, your income's not showing, but your business is growing. If you stay with it and stay the course, eventually your income will reflect the results that you're starting to see in your team. So I could go further, but I think that probably answered the question, right?
Yes, Chris, you did.
Wonderful.
All right, so thank you so much. If there's any other thing you want to tell us, I think this would be the time.
Stay the course. Do not quit. Stay the course. It is worth it. You got a company who cares for you. You got executives who cares for you. You got leaders who cares for you, even love you. And you need to believe in yourself. And you need to continue the journey even though it's hard. You will find that if you look in biologies and some of the most famous and successful people in our world today, if you look back at their journey and read their books and read their lives, you're going to find that it was hard. Does it have to be hard for you to succeed? Not necessarily, but often it is part of the process. And I find that when things are hard, this is when you really develop. This is when the real you comes out. So the message is stay the course. Do not deviate. I'm telling you, it will be very worth it at the end.
Wow. I've taken so much notes here today, Chris. On behalf of the whole team of Max International, we say we are very grateful for you and your time with Tammy Sellers. Tammy, we appreciate you so much, and then we know all that you are doing for our strong Max women. We say we are grateful for tonight's knowledge and nuggets shared on this call. All right, so our next speaker will be our CEO, Joseph Wojcicki, as a surprise call. I'm going to look for him on the call and then unmute him. But before that, we have some messages from some of our leaders at Max International, and they are going to share with you. The first person is a barrister, lawyer Raymond Donyo. He has been a lawyer for the past 10 years. October 2019 will be 10 years since he became a lawyer, and he is now doing Max International as his full-time business, and he's going to share his knowledge with us in 2 minutes. Lawyer Ray.
Hello, Max Morning. Business partners. This is Lawyer Ray here, Platinum Associate, Max International Ghana. I wish to take this opportunity to tell you a few things about my journey with this amazing opportunity. I always say that this is the best thing that ever happened to me personally, because in spite of my engineering degree and my law degree, this business has changed me in several ways. Financially, in terms of my business acumen as an entrepreneur, and my personal growth and development. My health has greatly been improved by this amazing product. And personally, I have not been to see the doctor in the past 4 years. I now go only for checkups. And it's been an amazing journey. And just like many of you, I had to start, or all of you had to start right from the beginning as an associate, senior associate, bronze, silver, gold, and now a platinum associate. The beauty is that because of this great opportunity and what it has done for me, it's been possible for me to fire my bosses and to take this business on full time. And that means that I can move to greater heights and be able to do whatever it is that I want to achieve through this opportunity. So I want to tell you, I want to encourage you, that wherever you may find yourself in life, this is truly an amazing opportunity. No matter the difficulties you may be going through right now, stake your future on this business. Do everything that you can. Stay the course. Be patient. Your time will come. Build. And you will make it. You will make it to whatever it is that you imagine yourself to be. Thank you very much. And I hope to work with you and build together with you for the future.
Awesome. That was Lawyer Raymond Donyo. Our next speaker is our own Crown Diamond Associate, Dr. Bright Redu.
Max Morning. It's been an awesome time with all of you. First of all, I want to say a very big thank you to our upline, Chris, for being on this call. It's always an inspiration to hear from him. So much wisdom and experience that he brings to the table. And I want to say we thank you. We are grateful for your mentorship and your continuous guidance and support towards the growth of all the associates worldwide and especially in Ghana. We wouldn't have come this far without you. I also want to say a very big thank you to William Jima, aka the Wapmaster. William has always been a very important person in our business. He's been a key player. He's been a person who always goes out there to support other associates, irrespective of where they are. And I want to say salute to you, William Jima. So a lot has been said already, really. And once my father has spoken, I don't know what else I can add to it. But I just want to say, everybody on this call should keep pushing, stay the course. You know, this is a very remarkable industry, and this industry here will help you to grow, develop you personally. It will give you much more than any other industry will give you. And as I always say, time for time, effort for effort, pound for pound, risk for risk, Max International will give you a lot more. You know, so there may be a few difficulties here and there. There may be ups and downs. You know, that's the way it is. I mean, nothing that is good comes that easy. So all you have to do is stay the course. I know that some of us on this call are going through difficult times. We have hardships. We have reasons to quit. You know, life will knock you down on the floor. It's okay. Cry a little. It's okay. But what's not okay is choosing to stay down. Get up, brush yourself, and keep moving. You know, we've been through what you're going through. Every individual has a story. Everybody has a challenge. But the question is, are you going to make them feel sorry for you, or are you going to make them look up to you? You decide. Last year was a blessing. This year is a gift. It's up to all of us to decide that 2019, we are going to change the story. Because you have the pen in your hand, and God has given you the pages. It's up to you to write your life story, however way you want to write it. You have the power within you. Alright? So there will be negativities, there will be difficulties, there will be challenges, there will be distractions, there will be people trying to steer you away from your goal. There are going to be people who don't understand you, haven't seen your vision, don't believe what you believe in, don't believe you can make it here. But the question is, what do you say? Do you say yes? Do you believe in yourself? Do you believe that this is the way out for you? If you do, then stay the course. Do not give up. That's all I want you to do. Don't give up. And then do the activities. Go out there, meet new people. Put a smile on your face. Go out there, connect, meet new people, prospect, add to your list. Okay? Build a trust. Expose them to the opportunity. Expose them to the product. Do what you must. Okay? If you have to crawl, crawl. If you have to limp, limp. Whatever, don't stand still. And I can promise you that as long as you keep doing these activities, you will get the results. If you do the right activities, you will get the results. And find someone who will mentor you. Report yourself to somebody. Let someone hold you accountable. Without accountability, most of us do not perform our best. Okay? Let someone hold you accountable. Alright? And just keep developing yourself. And remember that in the beginning, you're going to do so much for little income. But as your business grows, you make so much income for practically less effort. Alright? So stay the course and remember that this business is consistent effort over time. The little small things you do will compound. Alright? So I say stay blessed, alright, and stay the course. Let's finish the month strong. And let's all take advantage of the Max Lifestyle Tour. It's really in line with the CEO's vision for the way the business will run in the future. And it's a beautiful thing. I love what he's doing. I support him. And I say all of us should come on board. If you can't take part, okay, support it, promote it, and use that as a tool to build your business. Have a pleasant evening. I wish you all the best. Stay blessed. Bye-bye.
Awesome. That was Crown Diamond Associate Dr. Bright Che Redu. Now, the next speaker will be Triple Diamond Associate Annie Tembo. And we are so honored to have Ann Tembo too on this call. Before Ann Tembo, we would have Dr. Kelvin. Double Diamond Associate
Max morning, guys.
International.
This is Dr. Kelvin, and I'm privileged to be sharing this short message with you all on this awesome call with the Crown Diamond Chris and Tammy. Hello, Chris. Great to have you on this call. So, as you well know, I've been with Max for some time now. I'll be celebrating my 5th year in August this year, and it's been 5 of the best years for me. I mean, don't get it twisted. I've been a medical doctor for a long time, but the fulfillment I get every time I open my back office, every time I open my WhatsApp messages and I see messages from people I've touched, lives I've impacted both financially and health-wise with our amazing products and our amazing compensation plan, it brings so much joy to my heart that words cannot describe how I feel. In fact, I can assure you that if I had found Max 7 years ago, I probably would not have finished medical school, but that's a story for another day. If you are in Max today, consider it a privilege to be part of the chosen few who have been blessed with this amazing opportunity and tasked to go out and share with the rest of the world. See, this opportunity is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. It comes by only once, and you have had the opportunity to be introduced to this business at this time, at this moment, in this generation. It is your chance to go out there and be relevant in the lives of those around you. Share this life-changing product, share this amazing compensation plan that gives people hope, that enables people from all walks of life to be able to make a living in their spare time. And boy, does that money make a difference. See, most people are just looking for 1,000 Ghana cedis, 500 Ghana cedis extra. You yourself will admit that if you were earning just 1,000 Ghana cedis extra income every month, it would make a huge difference in your life. Some of you may be able to attend the best schools with just that 1,000 cedis extra every month. Some of you may be able to change your apartment with that amount of money every month. Some of you may be able to drive a new car with that 1,000 Ghana cedis every month. And that is why it's important that you stay committed to the cause. You stay committed to the cause. Every time you are tempted to take a shortcut, understand that there's a price to pay. And that price may be more than you bargained for. And so there's a process. Trust that process. Trust that process, I repeat. And understand that in due time, with consistency, with perseverance, and with dedication, you will break through. In fact, you are breaking through. 2019 is our year. And you are here with us today. Let's go out into the world and make the most of this opportunity. I was once just like you, a new associate, very confused about what the future held for us. But thanks be to God, I stayed faithful, I stayed committed, and with the help of my wife, we've built a solid organization that's given us residual income. I believe you too can earn this residual income for yourself if you stay true to the cause. So trust the process and stay engaged, and the future will certainly be bright indeed. Thank you very much for this opportunity, Wapmaster, to share with the rest of Max Africa. Enjoy your stay with Max International, and let's go out and make some money. Max morning once again, guys.
Hello, good evening. This is Diabali here, Max Diamond Associate from Sunyane, and I'm very happy to be on this call to share this message with you. Early on in my journey, Max, one of my mentors, Matt Morris, he said something. He said, success is an equation, and the equation is success is equal to vehicle multiplied by skill set multiplied by effort. Vehicle multiplied by skill set multiplied by effort. So, number one, you need the right vehicle to succeed. If you're in the wrong vehicle, you can work so hard, but you still be capped. You still can't make the progress you want to make. So, when we talk about one vehicle is network marketing, you know. If I was still working as a nurse, there's no way I would still be making 10,000 or 20,000 or 30,000. It won't happen. You understand? So that vehicle limits me when it comes to income. Okay. So you need the right vehicle. So we have network marketing as an amazing vehicle to help people. We talk about it being amazing because If you were in Europe or you were in US, probability of you doing 2 or 3 jobs is like you would have been doing 2 or 3 jobs to survive, to get some money and send some home. You understand? But we here in Africa, we don't have that chance because most people are working long hours. Most people are not seeing why they need to do that. So network marketing gives you that chance to cultivate that same culture of doing something part-time that will pay you some income. That can even become your full-time source of income. So you have that. You have trainees. You have low capital to get started. You have free trainees. You have like that community. You have excited people working with you and all that. So it's an amazing vehicle. Now you talk about network marketing, you talk about Max International also as a vehicle, and I'm telling you, this is the best company you can partner with. You won't find our products anywhere. We both know. Okay, even those who are not with us know that they won't find our products anywhere. You understand? And you also talk about the training systems and the kind of leadership we have. So you get that vehicle is covered. Now, so why are people not getting the results they want? So people who are not getting the results they want in our business, it's basically because they are not putting in enough effort, or they are not working on the skills they need. You can talk to 200 people. If you are saying the wrong things, probability of you not getting the results you want, because you will feel like I've spoken with 200 people, I need to get some results, but you won't get to that results, and you feel sad, you feel like you didn't get the results you want. So you need to work on your skills. Go for the trainings, show up for the meetings, like this training we are having. Always be on it. Learn something. Go and apply it, whether you like it or not. If the leader has said it, that means the person did it and got results. Go and apply it and see whether it will work. You understand? So work on your skill sets every day. Try and be better on your skill sets. Read more on prospecting, inviting. It's not just about the trainees. Do personal trainings too. More on prospecting, more inviting. Read outside prospecting and inviting. Read on leadership. Read on connecting with people. You know, there are certain key things that you can add to your prospecting and inviting that will help you, like how to listen to people, how to focus, like when you are listening to people, how to connect with them. These are small things that you can add, and as you work on them, your results will improve, or your success will improve. And then it also comes to the effort part. I think most people, the results they are not getting is because of the effort part. And what I usually do is I compare what I'm doing here with what I used to do. So for example, as a nurse, I will be taking care of about 20 to 25 people per day, giving them the core nursing skills, you understand? And I know every industry has that. If you're a carpenter, you'll be working on wood for some time. You'll be working on a number of woods. If you are, like, every profession you'll be working on. And looking at a number of hours I put in, because I already have skills, looking at the number of hours I put in and the amount of money I gain, I always ask people, if people were transferring even half of that commitment and that work ethic here, they will be making more money than they are making right now. So put in massive activity, do more than, be the hardest working person you know. Like, you should work harder than everyone in this business. Work on your skill set every day. Try and read something that will help you improve your skill set and your mindset. And since you're on the right vehicle and all the trainings and all the systems are already available for you, I promise you, you will get results. It doesn't matter what happens, you will get results. It doesn't matter what is happening outside. It doesn't matter, like, you will get results because you have the skill set, you're putting in massive activity, and you're in the best company. Thank you very much for listening, and I believe you're going to apply what you've learned on this call. Thank you.
Awesome. So that was Diamond Associate Abali from Sunyani. Now we're going to have Diamond Associate Dr. Parker Alote David from Accra.
Hello, Max Morning. It's nice to get an opportunity to speak with all of you. We are all very excited about the call with our crown diamonds, Chris and Tammy. They have been our mentors. When we joined this business, we knew nothing about network marketing, but they brought us this far. And that's the kind of leadership we have in Max. All right, this is a company with leaders who are ready to go all out of their way to help each and every person to make it. One thing I like telling people about Max is that sometimes it's not all just about the money, but it's about the other things you learn when you join the business, the personal development. All right, when I joined this business, for instance, I didn't know how to stand in front of a crowd and speak to people. I didn't know how to motivate people. The books I read were all just got to do with my profession. All right, but by joining this business, I've learned to speak to people, I've learned to motivate people, I've learned to read more books about success, about how to make it in life. And sometimes I just tell people that it's not just about the money. Think about the personal development, all that you're achieving, all for free. And with the kind of training we have in Max, trust me, if you take it serious enough, you'll make it in any other field. All right, and as we go on, I know we are all entrepreneurs. We are having challenges. It's normal. Just recently, I was watching the video of Steve Jobs and what he went through to start his company. How his own company fired him. How in the first year they were able to sell under 100 laptops, but this man persisted, and he came back to his company and he made it. All right, the road to success is sometimes long, it's not always short, but let's stay committed, let's remain focused. We have a great company. This company is going nowhere. We have seen so many come and gone, but the company keeps on investing in offices all over. This alone should tell you that the company is here to stay. It's going to be worth all your time. So let's stay the course, let's stay focused, let's stay committed, let's train to do the business the correct way. Most people join and they never train. Somebody who even fries chicken at KFC has to train to be able to do that. All right, so training is key, and I believe we are all going to make it. Thank you Thank you all, and nice speaking to you.
All right, that was Double Diamond Loading Dr. Parker Alote to David. He is a gynecologist by profession. Our next speaker is Godfred Opoku, Diamond Associate from Kumasi.
Okay, Max Morning. My name is Godfred Opoku. I'm a Diamond Associate of Max International, and tonight we are very grateful for this call with our Crown Diamonds upline, Chris and Tammy Gingras. And also, we are grateful for Wapmaster's mentorship call. It has been very, very awesome. Tonight, I want to share some few words with everyone on the call. What I want to say is so simple. The first one is that, my dear associate, you have to understand that everything is impossible until someone crazy enough comes along and makes it possible. Until someone who is listening to me, like yourself, comes out and make it possible. Until you decide to see your dream, until you decide to do something about it, nothing will happen. You see, most of the times you might wish that there's simple process you are hoping for, or you might wish that the process that you are going through supposed to be easier. But I think instead of you wishing the process was simple and easier, why don't you wish that you yourself you get better alongside the development, you get better alongside the process, and make things work. Okay, so that is what I want to share with. The second thing is that if you want to get it done, is a mindset. Nobody was born poor. Nobody was born to come and fail at Max. No, it's a decision that you have to make for yourself. And before you can get that decision done, you need to get a right mindset. A right mindset is a mindset that is willing and determined to make everything come to pass, irrespective of what it will go through. That is why I said that everything is impossible until someone crazy enough comes along and makes it possible. You can make your life easy as you want. It depends on you. So forget about what you are going through. It's part of the process, and you have to go through. Forget about the rejections you are getting from prospects. Forget about all the insult, the humiliation, people just spitting a lot of things on your face, and at times you feel like quitting. No, don't quit. Don't quit. It's part of it. It makes you the kind of person you want to be, and if you ignore the process, definitely you are going to quit. The last thing that I'm done before we continue this call is that you have to understand that it's your dream and you must go for it. You have to understand that nobody will come and make it for you until you decide for yourself that you want to do it. So most of the times you might think that, oh, I wish I could have gotten to bronze. I wish I could have gotten to silver. It is not coming true. The fact is that you have to be willing and be determined to make it happen. And as we are all listening to this call, I know we are going to learn a lot of things so that we can improve our business. Thank you very much. Have a wonderful night. I wish you all the best for marching to glory. I know a lot of things are going to happen in March. Bye-bye.
All right. That was Diamond Associate Godfred Opoku. Our next speaker is Triple Diamond and Tembo, also Crown Diamond Loading.
I'm Ann Turnbull, Max Triple Diamond. I want to talk tonight about staying the course. Our Max business can be the most wonderful thing that ever happened to you if you take what you have seriously. I joined Max almost 10 years ago. I'd never done
Wow.
network marketing
Yes.
before. I had a big job, making hundreds of thousands of dollars per year. But I knew I wanted to be more entrepreneurial, and I also knew I wanted to do something that would make a difference in the world. My friend introduced me to Max, and it's been the best thing that's ever happened to me. The day I joined, I knew I would get to the top. If others were doing it, I could do it. Whatever I had to learn, whatever I had to know, I knew if others were doing it, I could do it. Then I went to my first event, a big convention in Salt Lake City, and that was it. My belief in the company, the vision, the product, and the opportunity we had was baked into me rock solid. One piece of advice to all associates is to never, never, never miss a big company event. I'm telling you, they will impact your business in ways you cannot even imagine. When I first joined, I was so excited. I truly was ignorance on fire. I signed up every single one of my friends just due to the sheer passion I had, the sheer excitement, but I did not have a clue what I was doing. And today, only one of my friends is active in the business, and she's only buying products. That was 10 years ago. Then I started to learn more. I always remember Crown Diamond Alan Sickman. I learned this at an event. It stuck with me ever since, in the last 10 years. He said the only way you won't succeed is if you quit. And it stuck with me so much, and I knew I would never, never quit, no matter what. I attended every event I could. I learned. I asked for guidance. I read books. I learned how to present, and I grew. I went gold in 3 years and 4 months after signing up. I'd enrolled by that time 41 associates, and I now had a team of 152 associates. But today, only 10 of those 152 are active. 7 of them are buying products only, 2 who have a few customers, and only 1 of them is building the business. So I had to rebuild my team. It happens to most of us, many of us, but I always remembered, if others are doing it, I can do it. But you know what? I stayed gold for 4 years and 4 months. And in all that time as a gold, I was paid a silver for most of those months, sometimes even less. But I kept telling myself, if others are doing it, I can do it. And I remembered Alan Sickman, the only way I won't be successful is if I quit. And I knew I would never, ever quit. I moved to Ghana. By that time, I'd quit my job, and I was rapidly running through my savings. My family, my friends, they were so worried. But I kept telling myself, if others can do it, I can do it. And I knew I would never quit. I went to Nigeria for the opening of Max. I went for a week or 2, but I couldn't leave. I was there for 6 weeks. It was so exciting. You know, I had never dreamed of moving to Nigeria. In fact, I was very nervous about going at all. But when I saw the opportunity, I knew my dreams, and that quitting was not an option. I decided I had to move to Nigeria, and I did. My greatest satisfaction is helping people realize their dreams and knowing I've made an impact on people's lives. I'm so proud of every Max associate for the great work you're all doing in blessing people's lives with our amazing products and wonderful business. For me, as Amoni would say, it's Max or Max. There's no other option. There never has been. And because I'm 100% laser focused on Max, do you know what? I've never been approached by any other company. No company has ever approached me to take a look at what they're doing. And I think that's because I don't give off any vibes at all, period. In fact, if another company approached me, I don't even know if I could see them. I couldn't even hear them. But if I did see them, I would wish them luck. I would let them know politely that I'm not open to any other opportunity. For me, success in life and in business takes focus. I have not watched TV for years. I love what Crown Diamond Chris Shingras says. There is no CV in TV. I've been 100% focused on my Max business for so many years, from 6 a.m. in the morning, the moment I first wake up, till 10, 11, or even later at night. But you know what? The rewards are also very sweet. I'm triple diamond now. In December and January, I was back to Canada for my normal Christmas break. My stepfather had been very ill. In fact, he eventually died in January, and I had to delay my return to Africa. I was so grateful and so happy that I had the flexibility to stay behind to support my mom and the family and to make sure that everything was being handled well. I was very focused on my family, as you can imagine, but you know what? My Max business remained strong. In fact, it even grew. And that is what the sweet rewards of Max can offer you. For me, Max has been the greatest opportunity in the world. Max has brought me experiences I never dreamed possible. It's introduced me to amazing people I never would have met. And it's brought income that is far greater than anything I could ever have earned in the corporate world. If you stay the course and you don't quit, and you just know that if others are doing it, you can do it. You stay in action each day, you ask for guidance. I know that for you too, Max will be the best decision you've ever made. I'm Ann Turnbull, Triple Diamond with Max International. I can't wait to celebrate each of you at the top. Thank you for this opportunity to share.
Wow. And Turnbull, this call is hot. I told you that this call is hot. Now we have Triple Diamond Associate Dr. James Osulu from Nigeria, also Crown Diamond.
Max Money, everyone. Max Money, you know, mine is not Max Money, no, mine is Max Money, Maxica, Ego, all of the above. Well, it's a pleasure to be given an opportunity to speak on this great platform tonight. Thank you very much, Wapmaster. Thank you very much, Chris, for having us on this call. And I want to congratulate all of you that are on this call tonight, because the fact that you are here right now means you are ready to stay the course. You are ready for the next level. You are ready to upgrade, to advance. You are ready to increase and grow. You are ready to expand. And I want to tell you that the course is actually ready for you as well. You see, when I joined Max a few years ago, when I was in Ghana, the future was vague. We weren't sure, because then, for instance, we had only one platinum in the whole of Africa. You know, they were just saying all sorts of things. We didn't know where Max was going. We didn't know what was going to be of Max in the next 6 months, in the next 1 year. Things were blurry, you know. And when I came back to Nigeria, the lights at the end of the tunnel went off. So that blurry light, I couldn't even see anything anymore, because there was no office, no certification of products. There were no associates that had built anything very significant. There was nothing. Wow. The only thing I could hang on to was like blind faith, believing that one day there was going to be a spark that would go off and trigger so many new sparks. And today, after some years of commitment, of fighting and overcoming challenges, look at the number of diamonds we have in Africa. Look at the number of double diamonds, of triple diamonds. Look at the crown diamond that we have here in Africa. Everything started from just believing and staying the course. So I want to encourage you today, you know, because the thing is that you may be going through difficulties. You may be losing a lot of friends, a lot of colleagues, a lot of loved ones. People may not believe you right now, but trust me, in a few months, in a few years, you're going to be the one celebrating. See, when I came back to Nigeria, I was staying with my brother, and he was there when I started Max. And I told him about this several times. He decided to give it a shot. After some months, he quit. He knew that this was not for him. And my brother has been on the sideline there watching me grow with Max. But he believed in me, you know, he was supporting me. Now, just a few weeks ago, this is like 3 years later, My brother has come to re-register and get started again in Max. Why? Because that fire that he saw back then when Max had nothing, he has only seen it increase and increase despite all the challenges, despite anything that came in our way. We just kept on increasing. My wife was the same thing. Initially when we got married, she was not sure. She was the only thing that she believed was that at least I'm a medical doctor. So at the end of the day, when Max fails, I would go back to practicing full time. But right now, my wife is even more into Max than I am. Her belief level has grown. Why? Because of that contagious fire that we have, that contagious fire that never went down. I want to tell you something, that you need to be contagious. You shouldn't be a thermometer that just adjusts to any temperature that you are around. You should be a thermostat. You should be the one controlling the temperature. From the meetings I have had with the CEO, I have seen and I've realized that Max has unimaginable plans for Africa. If you see the amount of investment of infrastructure that Max is actually planning for Africa, like they're actually 10 years ahead in their vision. Meanwhile, we are here arguing, oh, what if Max, in the next 1 year, in the next 2 years, are we sure this, are we sure that, fighting and battling with little doubts. Meanwhile, there's a vision way, way greater than any of us can ever think about. I want you to also know this. Do not do your Max business from a place of fear. Do not do your Max business afraid that, if you do not do it, you will lose out. I want you to do your Max business with excitement, with pride, with belief, knowing that the fact that you are here, one day you too, you will be on that stage as a crown diamond. Because there's something that fear does to you. It inhibits your potential. It inhibits what you can actually express, your expression of yourself, of your success and all that. You need to walk from a place of expectation, of hope, not fear. And then at the end of the day, all of us, every single one of us are going to be celebrated one way or the other. So believe in these things that your leaders, all of us are telling you right now. We have been there. There is no challenge you are going through right now that we have not seen before. The only people that have remained to stay are the people that were diligent, the people that were resistant enough to these little challenges. We will smile at the end of the day. We would all celebrate. We will all grow, and we are the ones that are going to change Africa as a continent. Thank you very much. I don't have any much time or any more thing to add tonight, but I just want to encourage you, stay the course. The course is waiting for you. Have a good night. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. James Obi Osulu, Triple Diamond Associate, Nigeria. If you stay the course, you will smile at the end. Now, who do we have next? Our own compensation plan guru, Dr. Nanakwesi Osei, gynecologist by profession and Max Diamond Loading.
Max morning. Hi, my name is Dr. Nana K, aka Complan Guru in the Max International family. I'm a specialist gynecologist working in a government hospital in a district in the Kwewu Mountains. Now, before I joined Max International, one of the things I hated about my job was that though I earned an above average income, I had to work so many hours in order to create that amount of income, specifically by using the free time that I should spend with my girlfriend, friends, and family to work extra part-time shifts in private hospitals, which was popularly known as locum. As a result of this, I had a very poor quality of life, never had any stable relationships, and my family hardly ever got to see me. Another thing that I didn't like is that I was never able to have complete control over the amount of money I could make, because at the end of the day, my income was determined by the single spine salary structure, basically being determined by someone else. Now, when I was introduced to Max International, I found out about residual income and leverage, and I found out how I could increase my income without having to sacrifice the free time that I should be using to rest and spend time with my loved ones and family. I realized that together I could have more time and money together, which I had never really had before. because usually for me as a doctor, making more money meant me having less free time. And if I had more free time, it meant I was making less money. Now, another thing I really liked about Max International was that based on how hard I worked, I was going to be able to make as much money as I wanted. Unlike my job where no matter how hard I worked that month, my income was going to be fixed. Now, I've been in Max International for just over 4 years. My health has improved tremendously due to our amazing products. And I actually think I'm looking younger and more handsome due to Celgivity, ATP, and Enfuse. Now, I've personally introduced this opportunity to over hundreds of friends, and together I've been able to build an organization of over 6,000 partners and customers, which has generated seriously life-changing money. In fact, more than 500,000 Ghana cedis in commissions. And I see Max International as a way for me to impact more lives than I was able to do for my consulting room, spend more time with my loved ones and my family, and possibly one day help me retire from my stressful full-time job. Okay, so what I want to do is encourage all of you that if you want to make it in this business, you have to do it as a professional. When I first started out in this business, network marketing wasn't widely accepted as it is today in Ghana. I had many people who laughed at me for choosing this path. People in public challenged me as whether I was doing a viable profession. They called me funny names like herbalist, Edrora, and things like that. But, I did have a few things going on for me. I know that most of people are fundamentally the same. They want to do more than they are doing right now, and they want to do better things to make more income, have a peace of mind, and look for better health. And I knew that if I helped enough people get what they wanted, eventually I could have everything that I dreamed of. And I always knew how to build relationships and to put serving people first before making profits. So those fundamentals are the things you need to be successful in any professional. And I knew that the skills in networking would eventually come, all right? So at the end of the day, I had to improve how I dressed, had to improve my work ethic, how I communicated with others, how I treated others, how I served people, just to name a few, okay? So at the end of the day, when you're a professional, you'll be confident without arrogance, okay? You know how to rise to the occasion and step out of your comfort zone, all right? And mostly you're going to do today the things that most other people won't. That is, do the hard things now so that later your life will be easy. Okay. Now I can tell you that 4 years have passed. Now I have some of the skills. I'm a student, but I'm also a teacher. Okay. So I teach people how to teach people, how to teach people, how to be professional in this business. Trust me, stay the course. The grass is only greener where you water, you fertilize, you weed, and you prune, okay? So don't let the shiny object syndrome distract you from your course. Stay in your lane, stay focused, be persistent, patient, and positive, and you can make it and have everything that you want to have in Max International, just as I have. Thank you so much. My name is Dr. Nana K, Max International Platinum Associate. I am Max International, and we are Max International together. So let's go pro. Thank you very much.
Whoa! Dr. Nanake, thank you so much. Diamond loading. You said the grass is greener where you plow, where you water, and where you prune. Now, our next speaker will be the first female diamond of Max International Ghana. Actually, Max International Africa. First female diamond. Miss Harriet Aqua.
Hello everyone, my name is Harriet Aqua. Max Morning. I'm a Diamond Associate with Max International and I've been in the company for 4 years. What I'd like to say to all of you is that you must be proud to be part of Max. And why am I saying that? Sometimes when I look back over the past 4 years, I have seen so much growth and the company has seen a lot of evolution, and it's just amazing the amount of growth that we've had, the systems that have been put in place from the time that I joined till now. And that should tell us that we have a huge potential for growth. Remember, Max is just 12 years worldwide, and we are 5 years in Ghana. We are not even yet a billion-dollar company. And yet, look at the kind of results we've had so far. So to be very honest, aside the great products that we have, we are going to reach every corner of Africa. And the growth that we are on is a very steady one, and it's a very sustainable one. Our CEO normally says that Max is not going anywhere, Max is going everywhere, and he's so right about that. Sometimes I quiver and shake at the potential, that we have. And let me tell you this, we are just at the beginning phase. Some people think that we've plateaued. We are just starting. To be very honest, we are only starting. And so let's look at this opportunity as a long-term one. Let's look at it with great positivity. And I believe that come the next 5 years, come the next 10 years, we are going to marvel at what we are going to experience. And for me, I cannot wait to see it. I'm so excited whenever I think about Max. And let me tell you, we are going to move into another phase that you never dreamed of. That I can tell you for sure. And once you have the vision to see it, and I hope you do have the vision to see it, that should tell you that you're in the right place. So keep your focus. No matter how tough it may be right now, do not worry, because whatever seed you're sowing right now will surely bear fruits tomorrow. And so let's keep developing ourselves. Let's keep retraining and keeping better at the things that we do. And for sure, we are going to be at the top. That I can tell you for sure, because that's what I tell myself every day, and I see it every day. So I can communicate that to you. So I wish you all the very best. Keep your focus, work hard, and let's keep the dream alive. Have a wonderful evening.
All right, that was Diamond Associate Harriet Aqua. We have a professor on the call. This man really inspires me to the core. Oh, really? I'm actually rhyming. All right, so we have Professor Dr. Kweku Ohene Asari on the call. Hello, Prof.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's been a pleasure to share this little thoughts with you. A lot of us have suffered. A lot of us know our pain before we even joined this business. Many of us know. You know the pain you went through. You know the agony your family has gone through to take you through school. You know the pain your mama, your father is going through. You know it. That's why you came. That's why you joined. That's why you partnered with this company. You know it. You know you want to make something with your family, with your life, with your children. You know you want to add some more value. You know you want to take your children on a vacation. You know it. You know that you want to do something. You want to take care of the health of your parents, your family members, your friends. You want to travel around some parts of the world. You know it. So let that knowledge guide you in this business. Begin to regurgitate your mind. Begin to advance the capacity of your dream. And let that pain you've gone through in the past propel you. Do not look at the obstacles. A lot of people will tell you that they will not register. It is their decision. It's not your decision. You have your goal. You have your destination clear in your mind. Why is it possible that some people are able to hold on to an idea that propels them to their final destination, but others don't? Because that idea has been planted deep within their gene. And so obstacles don't matter. They have bent their ships because they either win or they perish. You see, in this business, as you embark on this business, you will have a lot of things, stumbling blocks that will come your way. The tornadoes will come your way. Sometimes your own family members. Please hold on to the dream. Hold on to the dream. And like I always tell people, if the dream is big enough, if the dream is huge enough, the facts don't matter. The facts don't count. What are the facts? The fact is that somebody is not well. The fact is that you don't have the money to come to the office. The fact is that you don't have the time. Who does? The fact is that you don't have the strength. Who does? The fact is that your families are against you. Friends are against you. Families are against you. Enemies are against you. But if the dream is big, whether you have time or you don't have time, whether you have the money or you don't have the money, whether you have the whatever, if the dream is big enough, the facts don't count. Please remember, I did not say you are making an excuse. No, you are not making an excuse. But the fact is that what you are saying is true, but it doesn't matter. Why? Because the dream is big. The dream is big. The dream is big. It's bigger than you. You are holding an account that will affect the genealogy in which you were born into. You hold a generational account. Don't toy with it. This can reward you. This can reward your family. This can reward people who depend on you. Come on. Hold on. Hold on. Hang on to that dream. Because you will succeed. You will succeed. You will succeed. Research shows that if you consistently pay attention to this business for 7 years, you will not fail. Take it from me. You won't fail. You will succeed. Tell yourself to your very face that you have fought a fine fight. That despite the pain, the agony, the tornadoes, the typhoons, the hurricanes, you have come a long way. And you are never going to lose a battle. You will win. And win. You shall win. So keep focused. Fight consistently in this business. Because that is the only way. There is no easy way. There is no harder way. There is only one way. The hard way.
All right. That was Professor Kweku Ohene Asari from the University of Ghana Business School. He also teaches other 3 universities. Very busy man, but he found time to do this business. Now, the next speaker would have been our CEO, Joe Waitiki, but this call was so hot. And if Joe Waitiki joins right now, we are going to close like tomorrow. So we're going to wrap up. My name is William Jima. I am your host for today's mentorship call, and I hope you enjoyed it. You've had so much value, and I'm glad that you did. If you missed this call, we are going to have a recording for you. This call is going to be uploaded on YouTube, HD version of this call in a video form. The audio will be available on all the channels and then all your WhatsApp platforms. The YouTube channel is Max Tugumeso. It will be available there. Now, ladies and gentlemen, you've heard from all these leaders. What we are telling you is not a joke. Max International is not here to play. A lot of amazing things are going to happen. You've heard a lot. I'm not here to talk so much again. You've already spent about 2 hours on this call. What I can tell you is that if you stick to the process, you're always going to see the results. Don't worry about the negative people. When I signed up to Max International, I was aware that there were negative people. Even the day I saw the opportunity, I told some of my friends what I was going to do. They told me it wasn't going to work. My own broke uncle told me that our family, we are not born to be rich. If I had believed them, if I had trusted them, would I have been here today? No. So there are always going to be negative people. Before you sign up, after you sign up, even when you hit Crown Diamond, there will be negative people who will tell you that you are having too much money. What are you doing with it? You are having too much money. It must be awkward. There will be negative people before you sign up. They will say, oh, you not make it. When you sign up and hit bronze, they will say, oh, it is not easy. The business is easy. When you sign up and you don't hit bronze, they will say, it's difficult. When you sign up and you hit diamond, they will say, oh, buy a car. When you buy a car, they will say, oh, buy a house for your parents. You do that, they will say, oh, buy a plane. If you buy a plane, they will tell you to buy the whole of Ghana. We will buy countries, they will still be negative people. So ladies and gentlemen, people will always be there. No matter where you are, what you do, where you come from, what your experience is. So far as you are on a path to achieve greatness, there will always be negative people. There will be people who will come to distract you. People who will come, the devil has sent people. For me, for instance, I see myself as a generational blessing. I came onto this earth to break a generational test, to break that poverty, the sin of poverty in my family. I came on this earth to break it. So if the devil is trying to block my chance, anyone trying to distract me, I know he or she is the devil. You on this call, you came on this earth to bless your family and break chains, break poverty, break bad health. Don't let anything confuse you. Don't let anybody block your chance of doing this. There were two friends. I'm going to tell you a story of two friends. Please, if you can still hear me, kindly type WAP, W-A-P. If you can hear me, type WAP, W-A-P. Oh my God, I'm so on fire. Story of two friends. The laptop is even going off. I'll tell you a story of two friends, and we can end this call beautifully. All right, thank you so much for your feedback. A story of two friends. One was a positive guy, one was a negative guy. Now, this is what happened. The positive guy noticed that whatever be the case, his negative friend will never be optimistic. He will never be happy. He will always be cynical and complaining. So what he did is that the positive guy, he went to buy a dog that can walk on water. His dog can walk on water. Now, he called the negative guy and he said that let's go and shoot birds. So they went close to where some water body is. Then the positive guy shot one bird. He shot the bird and the dog went for the bird and brought it. He shot the second bird. Then the bird fell on water. There was some water there, some water body. Then the dog walked on the water to bring the bird out of the water and brought it to the positive guy. So the negative guy was still there unamused. Then he shot another bird again. His dog walked on the water and brought the bird. And the negative guy was still there doing his face some way, logolegi. And the positive guy asked him, my guy, I've seen that you are not amazed by what my dog is doing. Anytime I shoot the bird and the dog goes for the bird on the water, you are still unexcited. And what's the problem? Haven't you noticed any new thing about my dog? Then the negative guy said, well, I've seen that your dog cannot swim. Seriously. The negative guy said he has seen that the positive guy's dog cannot swim. But haven't you noticed? Haven't you noticed, Kay? You've not noticed that the dog can walk on water. My point here is that whatever you do, people will complain. Whatever you do, people will complain. If you wear a suit, people will say, why are you not wearing a tie? You wear a tie, people will say this. So whatever you do, there will always be negative. Expect negative people. Expect people who are going to distract you from your cause. Never lose hope. Lawyer Raymond Donyo, he was on the call. He's currently a platinum associate. 6 weeks into Max International Business. He signed up 6 weeks. He never signed any human being. No human being in 6 weeks. He was always inviting. It's not like he was not doing anything. A lawyer, he closed from where you will see him in his black suit, talking to his prospect. He was always inviting 8 people, 6 people. Every single presentation at the head office, I was seeing him. Sometimes I'll be closing his guests with him. New associate lawyer, a whole lawyer will invite 8 people. No one will sign up for 6 good weeks every single day. And on his 6th week, he had 8 people sign up instantly. What happened? He was learning, he was growing, he started prioritizing his list. He was now learning and upgrading. He knew who he has to invite. And he was doing the things correctly. 8 people signed up, and that same month, he became a bronze associate. Diamond associate, the first female diamond in Ghana. Harriet Akpa, 4 good months. She never had any single sign up. What happened? She was doing the work. Single sign up she never had. Now today she's a diamond. Do you remember what she passed through? Nobody cares. So my point here is that no one cares how hard you try if you don't succeed. If in the next 10 years you are not here as a crown diamond, as a triple crown, as a double crown, as a crown, if you are not here in the next 5-10 years, no one will remember you, okay? No one will remember you and say, hey, Mr. Gbezuke was here 5 years ago. He was about to hit bronze. He tried, but he didn't hit. He was about to hit gold. He was about to hit diamond. He was here some. Nobody will remember you. Nobody will remember how hard you tried if you don't make it. So try and stay true to the course. There will always be people who will tell you the grass is greener at the other side. But have you seen the water bill? You know the water they are using to mow it. Some people will lie to you. I have been in the business for 4 years now, and I've seen things happen. People come to me with all sorts of deals in a time that even you are struggling. You will see that you are having challenges in your business. That is the time the devil will come to devour you. That is the time the devil will present all sorts of opportunities to you. He presented all sorts of opportunities, promising me heaven and earth that I should leave Max International and come build with them. If I had done that, okay, that company collapsed in a year. Another company was trying to tell me all sorts of things. They were saying Max is going to collapse in 6 months. Their company collapsed in less than 6 months. If I had left Max and gone there, you know what? They promised me heaven and earth. People promised me $10,000. Some promised me a car. If I had left, where would they be? You never find a company like Max International with products that are backed like Max. Products that are backed by solid signs. You never find Max, another Max, or you never find another Max anywhere. Not even in Pluto. You never find another Max. You never find another company with kind of leaders that you saw on this call. See, the call we had today, the kind of leaders on it's just less than 10% of the leadership we have as Max International. Imagine the content we have, the idea, the knowledge, the impact that we can bring into this generation. Imagine you working with human beings like us in the next 5-10 years. How would your life be like? Imagine. People will come and confuse you to move somewhere to poor people. And they will go and confuse you. And at the end of the day, at the end of the month, at the end of the year, you realize that you have made a huge mistake. And it will be very difficult to come back, because if you come back, you will not find that free time to work with you. We will be working with people that you left them here, and they are succeeding and blowing it. Ladies and gentlemen, be mindful of whatever you do. Be very conscious, deliberate, and intentional about everything you want to do in this world, and try and make adult decisions for yourself. Look at the future with Max International. Imagine a future where you are being paid so much money that you can change so many lives. Imagine a future that many people's lives are being touched and blessed through Max International product because you stayed and you didn't leave. I'll call it a night. We'll do another conference call and we will find other leaders on this call. And then they will throw some fire, inspire you, and give you more value. Thank you so much. My name is William Zima. You can call me Wapmaster. I am the host for tonight's call. Stay the course. We had so many leaders on this call. We had Prof. Koyo A, we had Ariel Aqua, we had Anake, we had Dr. James, we had Antembo, we had Godfrey Poku, we had Dr. Paka, we had Bali, we had Dr. Kelvin, we had Dr. Bright, we had Lawyer Raymond, we had our Crown Diamond millionaires from Canada, Chris and Tammy Gingras on the call, and we are so honored. We thank you all so much for your time, and then those who asked the questions, we thank you to Iqbal Mandera, Bernard Franklin, Mr. Boas, Dr. Abbas, Kamokrantin, and all those who joined this call. We salute all new associates. Welcome to Max International. This is going to be one of the best decisions you've ever done in life. Don't let anybody confuse you. You are welcome home. This is what you were born for. Try and remember that a day will come. You remember this thing I am saying, that Max International, you were born to do this. You were born to change more people's lives. So welcome home, all new associates. All senior associates, I salute you. You are our bosses. Prime 1 associates, we adore you. Bronzos, you are the men and the ladies. Strong Max men, strong Max women. Silver associates, you are the bomb. Gold associates, you are the trophy holders. Platinums, you the bosses. Diamonds are forever. Diamond associates, I salute you. And I salute every Crown Diamond on the call. If you are a Crown Diamond, type I am a Crown Diamond. Salute all Crown Diamond associates on the call. I know you are going to get there even if you join today. Thank you. The recording will be available. We love you. God bless you and have a good night. Bye-bye.
Get up onto them. Stomp on them.